Alright, y'all. I'm calling this meeting to order. Shut up, Brandon. I'm calling this meeting to order at 3:20 p.m.
I wasn't the only one.
You're the one I heard, though. But I'm calling this meeting to order at 3:20 p.m. Sorry, Riley. And I just wanted to say this is probably our second to last legislative body meeting for the whole year. Everybody say "aw." I wrote that. Now I'm gonna do a roll call. Parliamentarian Adams here. Comms Director Bradley
Here.
Treasurer Geary here. Chief of Staff Graysinger here. President McLaughlin
Here.
I am here. Graphic Design Coordinator Pugh. Recording Secretary Steiner.
Here.
DEI Chair Williams.
Here.
People from Fornatero.
Here.
Senator Bell.
Huzzah.
Senator Sapolsky.
Here.
Senator Nixon. Senator Mahone.
Oh, my love, speak.
Yeah. Now I'm
Here.
talking. Senator Ring.
Here.
Senator Ringel.
Here.
Senator Sala is excused. Senator Richards. Do we have an excuse for Senator Richards? No. All right. Senator Mendoza.
Here.
Senator Palermo is excused. Senator Osteen.
Here.
Wonderful. Sorry again, Riley. Everything. Alright, moving on. We will move to the approval of the minutes. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes? Senator Wade, do we have a second? PPG Fornatero, thank you. With that, the minutes are approved. Moving on to the approval of the agenda. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda? Senator Dixon, do we have a second? Senator Sapolsky, thank you. With that, the agenda is approved. Alright, next is our first open floor. Do we have anything for our first open floor? Alright guys, we're moving along right now. Reports of the Executive Cabinet. President McLaughlin.
Hello everybody, for the second to last time. Very scary. I've had a productive week so far. First things first, get it out of the way. Elections closed last night, exciting. For those of you in the room that are currently in the running, look forward to that. The elections board should be getting those today and should have them out as soon as possible. And then we're gonna know who's coming next. So yeah, be afraid, be freaked out, be on edge.
Oh my god.
This past week, we had our meeting to finalize PCD. Other members will speak more to that, but we figured out where each group would be stationed, which group was covering which. We had printouts made for the instructions for each of the individual service projects. We confirmed what groups are going to be there. And we prepared to once again hold our fundraiser. So I'm very excited for PCD. That is tomorrow, 4 to 8. Make sure you tell other people. We have hot cards in the office. Please take as many as possible, spread around campus however you see fit. On top of that, we had our meeting with, I had my one-on-one with Keely and our meeting with our advisors, and both were very effective. For the most part, we're just kind of rolling towards the end of the year now. Sometime this week, me and Vice President Peterson will have our final meeting with Chris Prasalis. Hopefully by then we should know the next president, so I will be bringing the president along to that meeting. Very exciting. What else? I attended a meeting with Sherry Payne, our new interim provost, on behalf of the student body. That was along with Treasurer Geary. I think they were pretty effective. A lot of what we talked about was that there will be new systems being put in, both new trainings for the heads of departments and new systems put in place for our advising program, especially computer systems, because ours are pretty out of date compared to a lot of comparable schools. So hopefully keep an eye out on that. I reached out to housekeeping. They have allowed us to. They have given me and any member of SGA that will be involved with the EcoBricks station at Pioneer Community Day tomorrow to take from the campus recycling containers as we see fit. So I will be going around and rummaging through garbage. Yay! Yeah, in addition to that, as you will see later, I've written two resolutions for you all to see. One is just putting aside funding for the summer session for our incoming groups so that they can have more resources for their training. And in addition to that, I will be officially setting aside so that in case we are not able to get effective communication with physical plant before the end of my mandate, I've put in officially setting aside SGA funds from this semester to be used for the purchase of standing heaters in Village Park. So that will be official. If you all vote for it, that will be officially put through today. On top of that, I just want to say, I know, and I'll get extra sappy next time, but it has been a joy to work with all of you. I think we've done a lot of good this year. I'm currently working on creating an end of year, here's what we did, sort of graphic. So be on the lookout for that. I just want to say you all did an amazing job. I hope any of you that will continue at this school next year continue to be involved in this organization. We did a lot of good work this year, and I appreciate every single one of you. That will be my report.
Alright, next up is my report. I'm going to repeat a lot of what Kyle just said, so bear with me. PCD is tomorrow in the Lawrence Hall Ballroom from 4 to 8 p.m. We had to move it to the rain location, as it is going to be like 30 degrees and snowing tomorrow. Yippee! So it's in the Lawrence Hall Ballroom. We'll be running, like Kyle said, a bunch of service projects. Please come and support your local community. We have a bunch of different projects. You can participate in one of them, or none of them, or multiple of them, whatever you want to do. We also have a couple outside organizations there doing tabling that might give you valuable resources. So that will all be good. As well, like Kyle said, the election voting is closed. We are waiting for the election board to tally the results, which will be out this week. Which also means that our next meeting will be swearing in the new vice president and president. I also want to make it known to my vice president candidates in here, if that is the case and we swear you in next week, after we swear you in, you will be conducting the rest of the legislative body meeting. So, in that case, whoever wins, I will sit down with you before the meeting, whenever we can find a time that aligns, and I will show you the briefing of how to run through it, so prepare yourself for that. As well, for transitioning, I spent a lot of this week curating my executive cabinet turnover report. If you have not finished your exec cabinet turnover report, finish it and give it to Arden, or I'm going to blow up. We need them, please, I'm begging you. I will be sure to set up a meeting with the incoming VP, not only about the legislative body meeting, but also to go over my turnover report and discuss the entirety of the position with them. Obviously, you'll be around next year, so whoever wins it and needs my help at any time, I will be here for you, but I wanted to put that out there. Remember to RSVP to the Outstanding Student Awards. If you haven't, please come. Everybody wants you there, and you'll get delicious food. Also, RSVP to the SGA banquet. Please come to that too. Maybe less delicious food, but still food, so you should be there. And that's basically it for my report, so I will move to Chief of Staff Graysinger.
Okay, well yeah, a lot of the same stuff. I did reach out to the election boards this morning to let them know that voting has closed, so keep an eye out for an email on what to do next. So yeah, hopefully that's are counted quickly, and then we find out who's stepping up. So that is elections. Pioneer Community Day, like Kyle and Dylan both said, is tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have walking tacos and corn tortillas if you're gluten-free. Lots of fun service projects. Again, like these are all going. We finalized what organizations are going to be receiving, you know, each of the little, I guess, stations that we have. If you're able to come, I think it'll be a lot of fun. You can do some service projects if you want to help out. SGA is responsible for 4 of the stations. We have homeless care kits, name change kits, Braille bookmark making, and a craft kit for the Children's Hospital. So you can help out, you can do some service, you can do a little bit of both. YWCA and the Body Autonomy Band are going to be there. It'll be a lot of fun, good food, good music. I think everyone should show up. But yeah, that's about it. Tomorrow's BCD. Yay.
Alright. Oh my gosh. Parliamentarian Adam.
I don't have a lot to report on other than all of the executive cabinet has or will have turnover reports for the incoming board. That is essentially just a packet to tell you what you need to know, important contacts, what the position would entail, and just as a way to help next year's board get started or get like a good heads up on what next year will bring. So as soon as I have all of those, they will all be printed, they will all be in the office, they will all be available to you. So give them a look if you're able to.
Alright. DEI Chair Williams.
I met with Jamie, the content manager, and internal communications coordinator. Someone and she wanted some info about like what our goals were with the Multicultural Festival, what we felt we achieved, and how we felt the entire event went. So I answered a few questions, and I think that's about it.
Alright, thank you. Recording Secretary Steiner.
I have nothing to report other than, could we please get the meeting that I left early out, please, as soon as possible?
Alright, Treasurer Geary.
I was part of the PCD meetings that we had this week and helped with getting the different instruction sheets and the stickers that we'll have there out with the help of the lovely graphic design coordinator. The totes are in for that, and on the same topic of merch, Exec Cab got our lovely hoodies, as you can see with 4 of our Exec Cab over here.
I wonder who made that logo. Whoever made that logo must be so cool.
But there are also the long sleeve shirts that I kept mentioning upstairs in the office right now. Please make sure you grab one before the end of the year because they're super cute. And yeah, it's a good little souvenir of your time in SGA if this is your last year.
And you should wear them to the meeting on Monday, so we're all matching.
You were there. For those of us who are here who receive stipends, I processed them through Michael recently, and they should be out with this coming pay period on. No?
It's 425. I confirm.
425?
Yeah.
Oh,
425
okay.
is the one that's coming.
Never mind.
An email today that says 425.
Okay, cool. 425. Amazing. So if you don't receive your stipend during that pay period, please let me know, and we'll make sure we get it taken care of. But also keep an eye out for it. I also recently submitted purchasing for a large bin, like the blue and red and purple bins that are everywhere, for SGA, just for the purpose of moving the large amounts of mail we've been getting and doing event things moving forward, as well as a hard drive for me to upload all of their designs, for Hunter to upload anything that she's done over the year, and so we have a running legacy of all of our media. I was also part of the Sherry Payne meeting that President McLaughlin went to. That's it.
All right, beautiful. Comms Director Bradley.
So currently, PCD's tomorrow. Please come. I'll be there for the whole time, so it's gonna be great. Related, I was at the final PCD meeting the other day with Kyle, Elliot, and Dylan, and it was great. We, wrapped up everything, and then the podcast today I'm filming with Elliot, Catherine, and Drew. Triple feature today. So we're gonna, get that done and get the exec cap done and post the rest of these episodes. And please watch them. I know y'all aren't. Watch them. The new episode with Joe Young just went out, and it was really funny. If you would have watched it, you'd know. But I had a great, I've had a great year, and thank you guys for all the support and everything. It means a lot. So yeah, that's all.
All right, Graphic Design Coordinator Q.
So, as you see, we're all decked out in SGA merchandise, shameless plug. Elliot did all the hard communication and ordering things. I just made the logo. Fixed the logo, I didn't make it. I correct myself. And I'm trying to have a full color version by the end of the year. Fingers crossed, don't hold me accountable too hard. Because as you all know, I'm leaving our loved University thankfully. After 4
I'm
years.
graduating. I'm not leaving, I'm graduating. Two
Yeah,
very different ways of
I
looking
don't want
at
to
that.
speak it into existence, I'm into
Okay,
trying.
fair enough, fair enough. Okay, I appreciate
What
that.
if I don't
appreciate
want to
that.
leave yet?
I appreciate that.
I'm in a situation with Park, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm graduating, so it's a lot of loose ends to tie up. So I'm gonna at least try to leave you guys a finished logo to use for everything. That being said, I'm very excited to see who all is gonna be coming back next year. I don't really have much to talk about because you guys take all my talking points.
Read 'em.
I am. That's what I'm doing right now. So I was also at the PCD meeting via FaceTime, so was just communicating some final things. We're going to be doing the coffee table again, so please come out, show up. And then our secret surprise for the banquet is on the way, I've heard. So you want to come to the banquet so bad, because me and Elliot worked so hard designing a fun little present for you guys.
Reminder of when the banquet is, that's this Friday?
No, that's next Friday, the 18th, from 7 to 9 p.m. in Student Center 701, which is the conference room right next to the office.
All right, thank you.
So please show up. Please come. You want to come so bad.
Please come.
And OSAs are the day before.
OSAs are also the day before, so it's a lot of back-to-back.
And the senior graphic design capstone is also the 17th.
Yes,
from
please
noon
come
to
to
6.
it. It's
Support
called the
us.
Designers Collective. Me and Hunter are in it, so you want to come support SGA in a such subtle way, so bad.
Period.
But yeah, no, we would love to see you guys there. And Gus, who I know has more of a reputation than me, he's gonna be on a tote bag in a month.
Yay.
So come get your Gus merchandise while they last.
Gus is B's cat for anybody that
Yes. If you don't know, you know.
Okay, alright,
That's it, I'm done.
alright, PPT Fortera.
What did I do? I got the surveys up. The surveys are now up and stuff. Reached out to B about a
Forgot to
graph.
say that.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine, that's my bad. You were gonna get it today.
Alright, thank
Yeah.
you. Reached out to B, created like a creative brief for a graphic so that we could promote it around. We're still on board with like the $50 gift. Okay. Because I told them to include that in the graphic because I remember we talked about it. But there will be a little $50 gift card of the winner's choice for anyone who does the surveys. I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, I guess that pretty much is it.
Alright.
Sums that up.
Beautiful. Moving on to reports of standing committee. Those committee reports.
There's not much left for these last 2 weeks. I think I want the three of us to get together at some point to reorganize the overall like dividers and files within the tower, and at least get everything out of there that's not current into the archive drawer, just for next year's parliamentarian and board to at least have a clean slate to start on. So I'm going to talk to the two of you about that.
Alright, beautiful. Finance committee? Nothing to report. Comms committee?
Nothing to report except the podcast with Joe Young is out. You should watch it.
Everyone say thank you, Mikey.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Mikey.
Mikey. Mikey's not here, but
Where is Mikey?
I'm sure she.
She felt it in her soul.
Yeah, she. I think Mikey's at a doctor's.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Student Innovation Committee?
Trying to think. So last week we went on a little tour of the locations around Point Park, like the little like calming places. We went to West Penn 122, I believe is what it is the reset room. We went through there, looked at some of the things that it was missing. We went to the vault. We went to the student center, just checking out any location that looked like it could like get a little revamp that like people use, that is used by the community. Or I won't necessarily say like a revamp. I'll say like it was just missing some items that like could be necessary. And so we did that. We figured all of that out, sent it to you. We talked about the eco bricks a little bit more. And yeah, that's my report. Or
Alright,
the
DEI.
sick report.
Nothing to report.
Alright, beautiful. moving on to reports of senators. Do any senators have anything to report? All right, if not, I will move to old business and I'll move past it to our new business. And with this, we have two resolutions. I will start with the heater funding resolution, and I will yield the floor to President McLaughlin to share more with us.
Hey everybody, so I kind of already went over this, but I really just kind of laid out what we've been saying that we want. There was discussion about wanting to, in addition to Village Park, put one by the in like the West Penn parking lot, where like there's the community garden and the smokers area. So I included that there. If people don't feel strongly about us also having heaters there, we can obviously discuss. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty. I thought I included the number. I'm trying to find the actual number.
It's at the bottom of the left.
Okay, I'm blind. We're good. Okay. I did this very late at night. But yeah, so essentially, it just lays out that the student activities fee is designed to enhance student life by funding different initiatives and to improve campus engagement and well-being. The cold weather that we experience for the majority of the time that we're here obviously limit that, and that both of the locations we've specified are high traffic spaces that are helpful for socializing, club activities, studying, all those sorts of things. And so we have decided, as we have discussed previously, to put aside $2,000 from the student activity fee out of what our remaining budget is prior to the end of the year, to be put forth and specified to be used for the purchase of these standing heaters. I was trying to figure out how to deal with the fact that we had been in discussion with fiscal plant and couldn't secure a meeting time about where specifically we would purchase them and with what, so I figured it would make the most sense. Still, fingers crossed, hoping we can get the majority of this work done by the end of the year, but if that is not possible, the money is still going to be set aside and will not disappear at the end of this semester. I also specified that this upcoming executive cabinet, in collaboration with our SGA advisors, are authorized to disperse those funds and coordinate with fiscal plant to implement these standing heaters. That's really all I have to say. I also specified that this resolution will take effect immediately upon its passage, and that the installation is expected to be completed prior to the onset of, I don't know why it's this one. Somebody please, when we vote for this, specify that it needs to be changed to 26, 27. No, 25, 26. But the winter season, because I don't want this to get caught in limbo, you know? Not much else to say other than that. Whoever votes to approve it, if they do, please specify to change the year, because that is my mistake. Thank you.
All right, with that, do we have a motion to bring this to discussion? Senator Cebulski, do we have a second? Senator Ray, thank you. All right, what do we want to change about this right now? Yeah, Senator Dixon.
Something changed the year.
All right, beautiful. Yeah, so obviously we will be voting on this to not happen in the past and to happen in the future. And if the resolution passes, it will be understood that the change will say to the 25-26 school year. Is there any more discussion before we bring this to a vote? All right, if not, all those who approve? Any opposed? Any abstentions? If not, with 9-0, this passes with the changes implemented. Yay!
I would also like to say, so I was going through some of our old files, and I found an old poster board from a previous year, well, it was when we were still USG, saying that it was like a did you know that we which I didn't know actually, that we had actually paid for the shuttle lot, like bus, what's it called? Bus shelter. The thing that they put up when we do dealing movement and such. I think just whoever this upcoming administration, I think it's worthwhile to put somewhere, whether or not it's branding on these specific heaters or just like put out as a hot card, or even if we just have it recorded somewhere that we paid for these heaters, because SGA should be taking credit for whatever we can.
Yeah,
Like a
support that.
All right.
Put a logo on
moving forward to our summer funding resolution, I will give the floor to Treasurer Fury to tell us more about that.
Well, hi everyone. President McLaughlin put together the resolution for it, but the general purpose of the summer funding is that we move forward a certain amount of funding that can be used by the incoming president and vice president to get any summer projects that need to be done, plan training, and so on and so forth, before the new funding comes into effect in the fall. So, based on what we have left over, I thought a good number for this would be 3,000. It's up for discussion if anybody thinks that should be lower or higher.
Alright, do we have a motion to bring this to discussion? Senator Ralph, do we have a second? Senator Rafe, thank you. Is there any discussion about this before we bring it to a vote? Yes, Senator Ralph.
This isn't necessarily about this specifically, but as far as what we do with the rest of the money, I was thinking it would be possible that we set aside a portion of it for larger events that we know are funded by SGA next year, that are not necessarily ours.
Sure. Yeah, we can talk about that separately. I don't know what the logistics of that would entail, especially because of fiscal year things with the university. But yeah, we can chat about that separately.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you guys have a conversation about that and want to bring forth a resolution, you can handle it next week, but make sure it's before next week. Is there any other discussion about this resolution before we bring it to a vote? Yeah.
What would happen in the case if not all 3,000 is used?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you see what happens to funding that isn't used at the end of our fiscal?
So at the end of so the way the fiscal year starts with us, it starts September 1st and ends August 31st. So whatever money is left over at the end of that time goes back to the university. It doesn't roll over because it can't. Because legally we have to spend student activities fee money in the student activities fee year. And if there is a chunk left, we have to give it back. We can't keep it because that would, then you all could say, we're not gonna spend money this year so we can spend something better next year. And then this year's students wouldn't be able to spend the money that they paid into it. So we have to spend it within this year, and whatever's left goes in backly to, which is why we try every summer to make sure we spend as much as we can.
Any other discussion? If not, I will take all those who approve now. Alright, any opposed? Any abstentions? And with that, this resolution passes 8-0. Yay! Alright. Moving forward to our second open floor. Does anybody have anything for our second open floor? Yeah.
I'll message you guys also, but anyone in exec tab, if we normally have our one-on-ones on Tuesdays, we're not gonna have that tomorrow because I'll be doing stuff for PCD. But I'll also send you guys a text about rescheduling. That's it.
As well, for our second open floor, I'm going to say it again, if you have not completed your turnover report, please do it. I'm begging. As well, if you have not gone and gotten your long sleeve from upstairs, please go upstairs and get one. It'd be really nice for everybody to have one, as well as if you could wear it to the meeting next week, that'd be so cute. And that is it for our second open floor, if anybody has anything else. All right. Moving forward to announcements. Does anybody have any announcements?
Yesterday was Asexuality Day, just putting that out there.
Any other announcements? Yes.
Not to shamelessly plug my own thing, but this weekend is the RLM Student One Act Festival. That's taking place in the Playhouse Thursday to Sunday. Shows at 7:30 every night. I wrote and directed one of the shows, and so I'd love to see any of you there. If you want ticket information, come see me.
Alright, any other announcements from anyone? Yeah, go ahead.
Catherine just asked me about it, so I figured I'll say it. I'll be at Accepted Students Day once again, Saturday morning. So I guess it doesn't really affect any of you, but just so you guys know.
I just got accepted to Point Park, so I'm actually really excited to meet you there.
That was a good point.
Alright, are there any other announcements? If not, I'm gonna say it again. PCD is tomorrow. Please come.
poster.
Look at
Emily,
Emily
I did not make
poster.
this one, Emily made this one.
Yes, Emily did.
Everyone said Emily.
Thank you, Emily. So Pioneer Community Day is tomorrow. As we stated, it's going to be in the rain location in Lawrence Hall Ballroom, so we're not all freezing and sad the whole time. There will be a bunch of service projects as we discussed. Please come join. It'll be really nice to benefit our community and give back to them because we all live here every day. And it's great, and it's great to respect that and show some love. With that, I think that is everything for 8 p.m. in the Lawrence Hall Ballroom. Does anybody else have announcements?
I guess I'll be there helping out at the cool coffee table.
Yeah. Not by your trees to part 2.
Are there any other announcements? Yeah, Geesky.
Just a reminder for those, and I know it was mentioned, those that are going to attend the Outstanding Student Awards, you have to RSVP, and please RSVP sooner rather than later. We anticipate our numbers to be as the best they've been in years, which is wonderful. But that means it is a first come, first served. There is limited seating. So please make sure, even if you're coming with like other Point Park students, every single person has to register for the event. The only time you register guests if they're non-Point Park people.
And to our vice president and presidential candidates as well, please make sure you RSVP. If you are elected, you will be sitting with the university president and his wife at the OSAs.
Oh.
It was fun last year.
I was gonna say, also you each will get 1+1. Last year, we took Senator Sapolsky and Senator Mahone because obviously me and Dylan did not have a +1. So Riley Mahone is our hot take.
Are there any other announcements before we move forward? Alright, if there are no other announcements, our next legislative body meeting, and probably the last one, will be April 14th, 2025. Be prepared to be sworn in if you get elected. I don't know if we'll have anything else to do at the meeting, but please be prepared to come. Please come join us and have our last meeting be seats filled. I would love that. So if that is everything, I adjourn this meeting at 3:52 p.m.